problems with inequalities provide a direct connection between abstract mathematical concepts and real-life situations, making algebraic reasoning relevant and applicable to everyday scenarios. Hello math learners, Hassan here. Today we are diving into word problems with inequalities. So let's start. Okay, here we'll solve word problems with inequalities. Here we'll share a couple of strategies that will actually solidify your understanding of word problems with inequalities. So let's look at these strategies. So the first strategy is we read the word problems and then we identify the keywords and translate those words into mathematical expression. The second part is once we gather those keywords, we set up the inequalities to represent the given conditions. The third part is we need to solve the inequalities to find the possible values of the variable. Now, sometimes you may not need to solve the variable unless it's specified in the problem. Sometimes the problem can ask you to just write the expression instead of solving. So keep that in mind. So the last part is to check the range to make sure that the solution is within the context of the problem. Now, let's look at this word problem right here. And let's see how we can actually solve it together. So in this case, the problem says Sam and Alex play in the same soccer team. Last Saturday, Alex scored 3 more goals than Sam, but together they scored less than 9 goals. What are the possible number of goals Alex scored? So let's see how we can actually find the solution over here. So it says we need to find the possible number of goals Alex scored. So the first step is we define the variables that we have in the problem. In this problem, we are dealing with Alex and Sam. So they are the subject of this problem. So we define Alex as A and Sam as S. Once we define the variable, then we can actually translate these word problems into math. So we see here that the first statement says Alex scored 3 more goals than Sam. So Alex is A. The scored is an action verb. Any action verb in the problem represents equal sign. So we put that. So we replace the word scored with an equal sign. 3 more goals. 3 more means plus 3. So we add 3 with what? It says 3 more goals than Sam. So we add with Sam. So A equals S plus 3. So it means Alex has scored 3 more goals than Sam. So you can think logically that if Sam scored 10 goals, then Alex should score 13 goals because Alex scored 3 more goals than Sam. So this equation should satisfy this condition. Now, the next condition is together they scored less than 9 goals. So together means they are now added together. So you can write S plus A. So this is the mathematical meaning of together. So S plus A is representing together. Less than 9 means we put less than sign and then 9. So these are the two mathematical expressions we can derive from this problem. Now let's try to solve for the variable A. Remember, we need to solve for the possible number of goals Alex scored. So that means we need to isolate the variable A from these two conditions. So the next part is we start with the inequality expression because this is an inequality word problem. So we start off with this inequality expression, which is S plus A less than 9. Now we have the other equation, which is A equals S plus 3. So we know that Alex has scored 3 more goals than Sam. So we can replace this A right here in order to solve for this inequality expression. So this is the substitution property. So we substitute the A with S plus 3. So now we have S plus open parenthesis S plus 3 close parenthesis less than 9. So here the variable S is like terms. So S plus A gives us 2S. So we have 2S plus 3 less than 9. So you can actually get rid of this 3 by using subtraction property. So if we use the subtraction property, we have 2s less than 9 minus 3. So if we subtract 3 from the left side, 3 cancels out. So we have 2s less than 6. So now we can actually divide both sides by 2. So s is less than 3. So s less than 3 indicates that Sam has scored less than 3 goals. So in real world scenario, that means Sam could have scored 0, 1 or 2 goals. So because it's an integer, it cannot be in the decimal or it cannot be negative as well. So the only possible number of goals for Sam would be 0, 1 or 2. So we know that Alex has scored 3 more goals than Sam. So we just add 3 with each of the values of Sam. So when Sam has scored 0 goal, Alex could have scored 3 goals. If Sam scores 1 goal, then Alex would score 4 goals. If Sam has scored 2 goals, then Alex has scored 5 goals. So those are the possible number of goals for Alex. And this is how we solve the word problems of inequality using these strategies. So here we have these strategies for solving the inequality word problems. First, we need to translate the words into math. Second, we set up these inequalities to represent the given conditions. Third, we solve the inequalities to find the possible values of the variable. And last, we check the range to make sure that the solution is within the context of the problem. So here the problem statement says write the sentence as an inequality. So you just need to write these expressions. We don't need to solve it. So the first one is the sum of a number y and 9 is at least -1. So the sum is representing the plus sign. Number y and 9 is at least means greater than or equal to -1. Number 2 is saying a number r is more than 0. More than means greater than 0 or less than or equal to -8. Now we need to show this subject, which is this r. So r greater than 0 or r less than or equal to -8. This is how we translate this sentence into inequality expressions. Okay, let's look at this problem right here. It says you start a small baking business and you want to earn a profit of at least $250 in the first month. The expenses in the first month are $155. What are the possible revenues that you need to earn to meet the profit goal? So here we see that we have a couple of values right here, $250, $155, and a couple of keywords such as profit, expenses, revenues. So let's see what we can gather from here. First, we need to translate these words into math. So the first thing is profit. We can use P as a variable. The expenses, we can use E as a variable. For revenues, we can use R as a variable. So you can write that profit of at least $250. So P should be greater than or equal to. At least means greater than or equal to. So we are translating these sentence into mathematical expressions. So P greater than or equal to 250. So this is the first inequality expression. The second one is the expenses in the first month are $155. So in this case, we can see that the expenses, which is this E, R means equal sign. Remember, any action verb represents equal signs. We don't have any inequality symbol for these expenses. So E is equal to $155. So I just write E is equal to 155. The third part is the revenues. Now I need to find the revenues. From the revenue, expenditure, and profit relationship, we can write that whatever you earn minus whatever you spend, which is your expense, is equal to profit or loss. So if this revenue is less than the expenditure, then you have loss. So here we want to earn a profit of at least $250. So we have revenue greater than expenditure. So R minus E is equal to profit. So this is my third relationship. R minus E is equal to profit. Now I know that this P is greater than or equal to 250. And this P is also equal to R minus E. So I can replace this P with R minus E here. So I can write R minus E instead of P greater than or equal to 250. Now from here, my problem statement is asking us to find the possible revenues. What are the possible revenues? That means I need to isolate the variable R. So to isolate this variable R, I need to add E on both sides. So add E on both sides. If I add this E, I have R greater than or equal to 250 plus E. But we also know that E is equal to 155. So R greater than or equal to, replace this E with 155. We have R greater than or equal to 405, which means that you need to earn at least $405 to meet the profit goal. This is our answer. Revenues must be greater than or equal to $405. Perfect. And there you have it. Solving word problems stimulates critical thinking by prompting students to interpret information, identify relevant variables, and devise logical strategies to solve complex real-world challenges. So the strategy is to break them down into manageable parts and apply techniques to find solutions. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Now let's get to study.